There are two buttons in front of you. Press the yes button to play, no button to leave. Majority rules.
Easy. We all vote no and we're out. But everyone started hitting yes. What the?
Number 27, your turn.
My heart pounded as I stepped up and smashed the no button so hard it nearly flew off. Didn't matter though. The majority had already voted yes.
Congratulations, my little piggies. I am glad you decided to stay and play with me.
No, I didn't choose this. This was rigged. Who even were these sadists running the show? Besties, it's me again, Rosie. By now, you've probably figured out that I'm not the girl people stop and stare at in the halls. But here's the thing. I was a straight-A student. My brother was so hot, he somehow made me popular by association. And, oh yeah, I was tragically, stupidly, humiliatingly in love with a boy. But not that any of that mattered anymore, because somehow I ended up in the middle of this nightmare with a bunch of random kids, all of us dressed in the most aggressive, ugly yellow tracksuits. Yellow! As if we were a warehouse full of ripe bananas waiting to be sold. Everyone looked confused and freaked out. Worse still, no one had any idea where we were, how we'd gotten here, or even why we were here. But one thing was clear, we were in for a crazy ride. And so are you. So hit that subscribe button to Confession Diary, and let's continue. My brain was already on overdrive, thinking how worried my family must have been that I'd gone missing, and I had only one thought: get out! I immediately started scanning the room to find a way to escape and spotted this one girl curled up in the corner, sobbing so hard she looked like she might pass out. So I crouched beside her to comfort her. Hey, what's your name? And before she could even answer, a janky, static-filled voice blasted through unseen speakers.
No real names here. Contestants shall be identified by the numbers on their suits.
Huh? I hadn't even noticed the numbers, and when I looked down, I was number 27. While I was distracted, a loud bang like a gunshot startled everyone, followed by a very angry voice in the speakers.
Stop wasting precious time. Get in line.
All the kids scrambled toward the center of the room, desperately shoving to stand behind a thick white line painted on the floor with the words "Start Here."
Listen up, little piggies. Play the games, obey the rules, or face the consequences. Win to rack up points and get closer to the ultimate prize. Cash, beauty products, and the most expensive beauty procedures you can't afford in life, ever.
Wait a minute. Had I morphed into some video game or something?
But note this. There can only be one winner. Now, let the games begin.
The kids were starting to get a little too excited. Oh no, this can't be good.
You can vote to stay or leave. There are two buttons in front of you. Press the yes button to play, no button to leave. Majority rules.
Easy. We all vote no and we're out. But everyone started hitting yes. What the?
Number 27, your turn.
My heart pounded as I stepped up and smashed the no button so hard it nearly flew off. Didn't matter though. The majority had already voted yes.
Congratulations, my little piggies. I am glad you decided to stay and play with me.
No, I didn't choose this. This was rigged. Who even were these sadists running the show?
Now for our first game, Red Light, Green Light, Beauty Edition. Move forward on green, strike the perfect model pose on red. If your pose is even slightly off, you will be eliminated.
Eliminated? As in dead? I'd watch the show, okay? No way they'd actually... Right? Right? Hoping this wasn't that kind of show, I made up my mind as we were led to another room to start the game.
Green light!
We all lurched forward, making a break for the finish line.
Red light!
Everyone stopped mid-motion, contorted into whatever weird modeling pose they'd been caught in. I was ready to keep moving, but before I could, that girl, the one who had been curled in the corner earlier, grabbed me and yanked me into position. Don't move! What are you doing? Let go! I struggled, but she held firm. I'm trying to save you. We can find a way out after this. For now, just stay still. Huh? Just then, a girl next to me sneezed, and a masked guard glitter bombed her straight in the face. She gasped, sneezed again, and she was immediately blasted with another round of glitter. Another contestant toppled over, and a guard sprayed her with heavy-duty hairspray, which froze her hair into a plastic helmet. Then she got blasted with a full-body orange spray tan. All around me, contestants were getting wrecked. And to top it off, someone was filming everything. The second a kid got punished, their humiliation was uploaded to TikTok on the huge screen, live-streamed to millions. Okay, so they weren't literally killing us, just social death. Losing meant total, merciless viral humiliation all over social media. Quite brutal for any teenager, if you ask me. By the time the game ended, nearly half the contestants were gone. Back in the dorm, the sick feeling spread through my chest. How I ended up here, around these merciless, crooked people. I scanned the room, no guards. Then I spotted the girl, creeping along the walls toward two unnoticed doors behind our bunk beds. What was she doing? She tried one door, locked, then the other, click. It opened, then she slipped inside. I waited for any reaction, alarms, guards, but nothing. Maybe this is the way out. Without attracting attention, I slithered against the walls, heading to the door. Freedom, finally! Or not. The second I stepped through, I stumbled into a room straight out of a nightmare, and my legs gave out. Then the door clicked shut. I was surrounded by warped mirrors, each one twisting my face and body into something unnatural. No matter where I looked, the distorted reflections followed me, making my stomach turn. I'd never been a fan of mirrors, and now I was trapped with the worst ones imaginable.
Don't like what you see, Rosie? These mirrors show your true reflection.
Shut up! I don't look like that!
This is how Andy sees you, how Cammy sees you, how everyone sees you.
No! Shut up! Then, something I thought I destroyed forever flashed on the screen.
Go back and play the games, Rosie. Unless you want the whole internet to see that letter with your face attached.
I felt like my heart was being ripped out. I had destroyed it. How had they gotten their hands on this letter? Just then, the door clicked open and I ran back to the dorm. What just happened? Where did the girl disappear to? And that letter? That night, I tossed and turned restlessly. At some point, I fell asleep but was startled awake by a hooded figure hovering over me. Before I could scream, a hand clamped over my mouth. They shoved a note into my hands and vanished into the dark. Rosie, do your best to win this level and I'll help you get out of here. No makeover, no humiliation. I know you can do it. I'll tell you everything. Remember, slow and steady wins the race. A genuine friend. My chest tightened. Was this letter from a different writer? Whoever they were, they'd given me something priceless. Hope and a winning tip? I was ready to give it my all in the next game.
Good morning, my little piggies. Hope you can strut in heels, otherwise it's humiliation time. Our favorite kind.
Oh crap, I've never walked a runway in my life. How am I supposed to win this? The masked guards shoved us into a room with a red carpeted runway. After forcing us into high heels and ridiculous outfits, the voice crackled again.
Welcome to the runaway of doom. All you have to do is make it to the end. Easy peasy lemon squeezy.
The first contestant stepped up with a confident strut, made it halfway through, and we all thought, wow, it's not so bad. Until she hit a slippery patch and face planted hard. Before she could even recover, a masked guard blasted her with a high-pressure water hose, drenching her on live TikTok.
The contestant has been eliminated.
One by one, the contestants went up. Some dodged the slippery floor, but hidden tripwires, falling props, and shifting tiles sent them flying. It was both hilarious and brutal. When they called my number, all I could think was, slow and steady, Rosie, slow and steady. After taking a deep breath, I started on the runway. A few steps in, a blinding stage light hit me. I squinted but kept going. Slow and steady, Rosie. A few more steps and my heel broke. I wobbled, barely catching myself. Everyone gasped.
A little wobbly. Not very high fashion, darling.
Was she serious? There was nothing high fashion about this. Gritting my teeth, I powered forward. No way I was stopping now. Suddenly, a deafening horn blasted, nearly launching my soul out of my body. Then, chaos erupted. Water balloons, paint cans, bottles of foundation rained from above. I ducked and dodged, somehow surviving the makeup apocalypse. Until finally, I crossed the finish line.
Congratulations, number 27! You just won the most expensive procedure that will turn you into the prettiest girl in a few hours.
Wait, what? No, I don't want any procedure. I want to get out of here. Before I could argue, 2 masked guards grabbed me. I kicked, screamed, fought, but they blindfolded me, dragging me away. Panic surged as I heard the other kids' terrified screams. The next thing I knew, I was strapped to a surgical table. Bright white lights overhead. 2 masked figures in lab coats loomed over me.
Let's begin. This won't hurt. By the time you wake up, you'll be as pretty as a princess.
No, let me go! The syringe hovered closer. I tried to wiggle myself free, heart hammering, hope slipping. Then,
Step away from my sister!
Toby? My brother and a squad of cops burst in. And within seconds, kids were screaming, guards were fleeing, white coats were scrambling like cockroaches. Minutes later, it was over and a bunch of people were arrested. And from the cops' hushed, serious tones, I pieced together the nightmare. This was an illegal operation run by some high-fashion company to crush people's self-esteem so they'd resort to surgery. Later, they'd be offered low-paying modeling jobs and treated however the company pleased. What in the forehead pimples? What kind of monsters would do this to kids? And how the heck did I end up here? Then Toby reappeared with Mom and I threw myself into their arms.
I'm so sorry, honey. It's all my fault.
No, Mom, don't say that. This is all Andy's and Camilla's fault. I thought they cared about me, but...
It wasn't them, Rosie.
Toby's voice sent a chill through me.
Toby, please. We can tell her when we get home.
Tell me what?
Let's just get you home first. You've been through... Oh, stop acting like you care now, Mom.
What's this about, Mom? Nothing could have prepared me for what Toby said next.
It was Mom. She wrote the letter.
What? No, that's impossible. She wouldn't. Mom? Then she collapsed to her knees, sobbing. She couldn't even look at me.
After you went missing, she started acting weird. I went rummaging and found copies of the letter in her drawer. She had no choice but to tell me everything. So I figured out a way to get you out.
My heart sank. Mom, tell me he's lying?
Rosie, it killed me seeing how people treated you because you weren't pretty. I just wanted to help.
Help? Are you hearing yourself?
I wasn't pretty growing up, Rosie. It made my life hell. So when I turned 18, I got surgery. I wanted to be beautiful, marry a handsome man, and have pretty kids. And then Toby was born and everything seemed perfect, but then you came along.
She looked at me like I was some tragic mistake.
I saw my old self in you, and it hurt. I hoped you'd grow into your looks, but you didn't. Instead, you ignored my makeovers, my hints, and Andy wouldn't even date you in public.
So your solution was to humiliate me and send me to a torture camp?
No, Rosie, I thought winning a surgery might help you because this was something I could never afford on my own. You don't know what I had to do to get my surgery, Rosie.
Wait, so you sent that letter to shatter my self-esteem even more? This whole time I thought Andy and Camilla were the bad guys, but it was my mom.
You don't understand. I wanted you to choose surgery on your own, but you wouldn't. Then a friend told me about the Uglies project.
My chest ached. The one person I trusted the most had sold me out because she didn't think I was good enough. Who needs enemies when you have a mom like this? I've never cared about looks, Mom. That was all you. And the fact that you projected your insecurities on me makes me sick.
Rosie,
don't talk to me. We're done.
No, please. I'm sorry, Rosie.
That same day, I packed my bags, and Toby drove me to our favorite aunt 2 states away. It was time to start over. Prove to my mom that her beauty standards didn't rule the world. Toby stayed with me for a while until I got over the shock. Thanks for everything, Toby. You're my hero.
Hey, silly girl. You know I love you, right? You're the prettiest girl I know.
You're just saying that because you're my brother.
No, I mean it, Rosie. Both inside and out, you're a gorgeous princess, and I believe in you. So you need to continue believing in yourself, too.
He was right. I had to believe in myself. So I graduated top of my class, crushed law school, and launched my own civil rights firm. Now I fight for those exploited by the beauty industry, take down unethical standards, predatory procedures, and corporate manipulation. And from my experience, I learned that you don't need to fit anyone's beauty standards to be worthy, successful, or loved. Your value is in your mind, your strength, and how you own who you are. Be bold, take up space. You are enough. As for Mom, I forgave her, because in her own strange way, she thought making me beautiful was an act of love.